Hey guys, today I'm going to be taking you through a progressive house track that I recently made. It didn't really fit on the EP of mine, so I thought I'd give away the project file. If you want the project file, you just gotta follow me on SoundCloud, hit me up with a message, and I'll send you the link. And also, don't forget to check out my new EP out on Method Records. Links and everything are all in the description. Let's get going. Okay, so I like to start the track from what I think of as like the climax. That's when everything's up because usually in progressive house or in progressive, the track is constantly building the whole time. So I like to start it, or I'll begin with the kick and the bass and the melody, but then I'll add layers and layers until the track sounds full, and then you can go back and start arrangement, and you can sort of take elements out, so, because you know like what you're building toward. It just helps with arrangement. So I usually start with the hook or like the bass line or something like that, and in this track I remember I began with the kick and the bass. um, I don't remember what instrument this was, probably Serum, because I use Serum the most now. But so the bass line sounds like this. And on the channel, all I have is a filter. I suppose that's for builds and things. And then I've cut it at 33. I've cut everything around 35, 30ish. Kick drum sounds like this. Oh, and I'm wearing headphones, by the way, because I don't want the mic to feedback sound off the speaker. So, and then melody. So what I would have probably done here is began with the kick and the bass and the melody, and once I had this, I sort of knew I would have something to work with, and then you start adding other layers. In this track we've got this like arpeggio that runs the whole time, and that's actually basically it besides the percussion. Like I said, very simple track, that's why it didn't fit on my recent EP that I came out, but altogether, just to play you a little bit of it, the main climax of the track sounds like this. Okay, so I think with that we can probably move on to the arrangement. Okay, so for the arrangement, usually what I'll do is I will lay out depending on, so I'll get an idea in my head from working on the climax of the track, and I'll then decide, well, not decide, but it'll sort of feel, do I want like a beat intro? Is it going to start with like a pad, or like how is it going to start? And then from there I'll lay out each time I want a new element to come in. So without any automation or anything like that, I'll just like draw out the sections of the track. And one of the things I try not to do is follow a specific formula, so unless the track needs it, but usually I won't have like a minute intro, minute break, and first drop or anything like that, unless it just works out that way. So in this track, the track starts with quite a few elements happening. Okay, until about 30 seconds when the bass kicks in. And then because I have this this sort of arpeggio running throughout the track, which I think was also done with Serum, that is playing the whole time. I think it probably comes in about here, but it fades in with the volume automation, not a filter. And we have a break around 130ish. And then, progressive house, it'll sort of start again until the melody over here comes in. which yeah. And then at this point it sort of begins again, like the clap and everything has dropped out again, so it can start building again, and then we get to the breakdown, and then it builds up to the big drop. So I'll take you through some of the elements in the track. But let me just talk about arrangement for a little bit. The trick is with arrangement is to not have a set formula. A lot of the time you'll hear a song and you think, oh, that's a good arrangement, and then you try to use that on your song, but it doesn't always work like that, because sometimes as you sort of try to get creative with arrangements and that kind of thing, it will become, you'll know that for a specific track you need a specific arrangement, and it doesn't always work. I've actually heard really good songs ruined by boring arrangements, or just like formulaic 1 minute break, then it's the drop, and then it's another breakdown kind of track. So yeah, you should try to get creative with that. What I'll do now is I'll just take you through the sort of layers of the song, and then I'll show you what's on each channel and that kind of thing. But like I said, this is a very simple song, and this is also this is the pre-mixed down project file. So after this I would take it, bounce out all the stems, and then work on the levels of everything, and then I would then master it. So start with the kick drum. What do we have on there? We got a EQ cutting it at 30, and then we have a so basically what happened was, for this automation on the filter, if I used just a regular filter, it wasn't sounding particularly good. So what I did was I basically that was the sound that I needed. So what I did was I just automated the like dry wet. So it's basically working as a filter. Okay, and then like you can see the EQ on the automation, how it works. And then I've got a bit of a volume automation, and that's only for this build up area here. So I just wanted the volume to sort of come in. And then baseline, I think we went through it already, but I'll go through it again. Yeah, just the filter on there, and EQ. Very simple, although this has been bounced down to audio, so there's probably more stuff on there, to be fair. But I don't have that project anymore. Before I started bouncing everything down, this was on my old computer, so I had to bounce a lot of stuff down. And these hi-hats are quite interesting, probably. I remember they are actually from Contact, so they sound like live hi-hats from the Damage plugin, which I think is an amazing what would that be called? Sound library, something like that. And then we've got different so just before every sort of transition, there's a little hi-hat roll, just so everything sort of sounds, because using white noise for every transition can get a bit boring. So sometimes it's nice to use the elements that you have to sort of create transitions and that kind of thing. Yeah, so that happens throughout. And then we've got our claps, and everything in this track is sort of fading in. Besides, actually, I don't think, besides over here when the bass line and even the melody builds in there. So yeah, over here with the bass line that suddenly comes in, everything else in the track sort of builds in, like fades in. So that was like a theme running throughout the track. Okay, and then what else do we have? We've got the melody, which again fades in. And sounds like this. Let's check what's on there. Just a filter and an EQ, but also no, this hasn't been bounced. That's just that. Hi-hats, there's for some reason a dB meter. LFO tool is what I use for sidechain compression, 3D delay, and a 3D parametric EQ. Again, this was on my old computer, so I used a lot of FL Studio stuff because it's very light on CPU. Then melody, well, this is like an arpeggio. Again, just EQ and a filter. Let's actually check here what this is. Serum. It's just a easy square shape. And then we've got our transition elements. And with our white noise bold. And then we've got, which is quite cool, is this little percussion crash thing. Just got reverb on it, some EQs. Let's see what it sounds like without. Okay, so from that we got this. So together that sounds. So that's about it today, very simple. So you're going to be able to get the project file. And yeah, so that's been me going through this. So thanks for watching the video. Sorry if it was a bit long, but the project file is available. So send me a message on SoundCloud after liking me and or following me, and you'll probably learn a lot from that, hopefully. Don't forget to check out my EP out on Method Records, and hope to see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.